My heart, don't wanna feel your touch like ice tracing on my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside? It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you, you break me, but something about it makes us so, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the cold. I break you break me, holding our love in chains of gold. I break you break me, holding our love in chains of gold. Frozen in my dream, I can't escape the thoughts of you. If I try to leave, when I'm with you I can't move. It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you, you break me, but something about it makes us whole, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the cold. I break you break me, holding our love in chains. power, infinite, infinite power, infinite, infinite power, 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 infinite, infinite, infinite power, infinite, infinite power, infinite, infinite power, 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 infinite power.
Infinite power. Infinite power, infinite, infinite power, 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 power. Infinite power.
I'm cold steel stainless. My glass half full. Always said don't suffer no fools. Serpent, daydream. I bite, you call me lovely.
Goes to the opposite side as J-Dubs meets Bankai, and Bankai wins that one, controls this, looking for a dribble play, nice flick, back wall, looking for a demo, can't quite get there, but bumps him and gets the goal as AFK. What a team play right there, that was planned.
Yeah, you know, usually we see the Goomba Stomp come into effect, but not a personal Goomba Stomp, because that was just absolutely
More
well
dangerous
planned.
play across the net there. You usually don't see that a lot in Origin League. That's more of a, sorry, you don't see that in Elite League. That's more of an Origin play. Slasher with a good shot. Var Downskis, they're going to open this one up 1-0, 4:10 left. Slasher taking the lead for the Gators.
Yeah, and I must say, that's a great shot there by Slasher. We're really seeing the mechanics in the beginning of this game.
Costin coming up the ceiling, Poofy getting bumps, Spooky having to come in, and Schlumpy trying to go in and can't quite get there. And we are coming up on about 3 minutes to go. Costin coming off the back wall, getting the double. Oh my gosh, Austin, tell me what just happened.
My goodness, what a snipe there. I mean, Austin came up, and I thought for sure from my angle there that Kuki was going to get that challenge and it was going to work. But Costin...
Yo, what is good, Galloway? This is Elite League. Owls and Gators. Week 8. There's only 2 more weeks in the FDO season, and plus playoffs, playoffs. Let's see how this one goes. You know.
Indeed, and I think my mic settings and BS reverted. Also, could no longer pick up my microphone, but I think they can hear me now. Yep, they can hear me now. Wonderful. OBS is wonderful. This is the second weekend in a row, everybody, that it has reverted my mic without just any reason. But you know, can't be FDL if we don't have technical issues. That would not be normal. And you know what? It is what it is. But we do have, like you said, Elite League, Gators, Owls looking for this. Gators coming in 3 and 4, Owls coming in. We do have 2 sets of from both teams we just saw on the highlight reel. It should be interesting. We'll see if they make the highlight reel again for next week. But Oscar, I'm ready to get this. To let these. I greatly appreciate.
I got you.
And I am streamer and caster, so I of course cannot type in chat, folks.
Wait, but before they join, who do you have on in this match?
Oh, brother, we were already 13 minutes behind. Go ahead and tell them to join, but I am not giving any favorites. I know better than to cast a curse from the very beginning. I'm not making either one of these franchises upset at me. I mean, Goob is the GM of Alice, who is I'm her secretary. And then we got Robot Man, who is my GM. Love them both. I ain't picking favorites. I know better. Have you told them to join?
Yeah. Indeed, I have. Put join up and put join.
There we go. I don't know. The crazy kids sometimes don't like join up.
Gators and Owls. Let's go. Game 1. Slasher. Let's see Let's see if he can make a highlight reel again.
Why is the... Oh god, now the overlay is not working. What? Please, Oscar, commentate this match while I figure out why OBS is not working.
You're good. And Etsy scores for the Owls. He wins at 50. Now it's 1-0 with 4:37 left. Time for the Gators to lock in. But the Owls are bringing the pressure. AFK. He shoots, but he whiffs. But Flasher trying to put it mid, but he can't. But Blue shoots, but it gets blocked. And Blue gets demoed. So it's a 2v1. Ooh, but Etsy misses. Flash Blue. Now the Owls are bringing the pressure in game 1. But Splasher has other ideas. Let's see. But Owls are bringing hella pressure. Flasher. He flicks it and he scores.
I am still fixing the... I know why the overlay isn't showing up, but I don't know why it's not showing up. So I'm currently fixing that.
You're good. You're good.
I do have you a co-caster come in because I cannot do that right now.
You're good.
So carry on, my friend. We got KJ coming in shortly. Everybody loves that man.
Yeah. Yes. AFK. Etsy. AFK. Controls it. Aerials. He shoots. Can they follow it up? And Etsy scores. With 2:43 left. Etsy.
Oh,
AFK.
my game crashed. My actual Rocket League crashed, ladies and gentlemen. I'll throw this to you. Just use the cast in the meantime, please, sir.
Yeah, I got you. Blue shoots it and he scores. Now it's 2-2 with 2:19 left. Owls are looking very... They look good in the first 2 minutes, but now the Gators know what they're doing. But Slasher has other ideas. He aerials. Oh, but it gets blocked. Let's see. Blue Splasher. Oh, but AFK is up for it to block it. Now AFK is rotating back. It's still 2-2 with 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Etsy AFK and Gators score. Now it's 3-2 for the Gators with 1 minute and 11 seconds left.
Is that a KJ?
That is a KJIC. Don't worry, Galloway. I have your back. You should know I have your back by now.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely. Oscar, I'm here with you, buddy. You are no longer
Hey.
in this alone.
AFK? Wait. Slasher. Aerials? But Owls are pressuring the Gators right now.
Yeah, that's a good save there from Slasher. And I will say, Oscar, so far the Gators seem to be the stronger team here, even though they haven't really gotten the kind of pressure that the Owls have. But that's a really good demo on that back line.
Yeah.
Give the Owls so much time and so much space.
AFK with the shot, but he missed. Etsy shoots, but he misses. With 16 seconds left, 13, 12, 10, and AFK ties it up with 9 seconds left.
All right, Oscar, I have to ask you, since Galloway didn't want to cast her curse, I will. Who do you think is going to win this one? Because we look like we're heading to game 1 overtime.
Wait. They are. Oh. Let's see. Is it gonna go to overtime? Flick it! Oh. I thought that was gonna be a flick. I won't lie. AFK. Blue. Splasher controls. It's passing it to blue. Blue full commits. But Etsy. Splasher controls. He flips it over AFK. But Etsy is there. Blue.
Ooh, what a save.
Yeah, what a save. Blue. Slasher. Can he make another highlight reel? Etsy. Slasher. With the shot. Ooh. Unfort. But Blue still has it. In the Owls half. Slasher. Save that. Controls.
I don't know, but Oscar, we need to somebody's got to figure out a way that we can just mute that crossbar ping, because I'm going to hear that in my nightmares after just watching this first game. Oh my goodness. So many times of hitting the crossbar. So many good opportunities. Just missed and wasted, and there's another one.
Slasher. Slasher. Blue. Can he control, or he pops it up? Slasher. Okay. AFK. Oh, Slasher. Slasher with the flick. Oh, another block. Another block.
Oh my goodness.
This is a crazy game 1.
But hey, listen, I think they just felt bad that I got in here so late. You know, they wanted to give me an extra a full 5-minute game to be able to cast with you.
Oh, mate. It was. See, he aerial, and
What?
What a goal! What a goal by Etsy.
Oh, the clean was carry. The reset was beautiful, and the Owls take game one. And my God, he got so much power on that. Holy smokers cough.
How did you feel about that one, KG?
Oh, well, KG is my other guy. I am KJ.
KJ,
That's the only thing that I will correct about that one.
my
It's
fault.
You're all good. Listen, I was watching the beginning. I got to see some really good plays. The only issue that I really have with this game is that neither team really took control. And if especially here in twos, you really want to be able to see that kind of major control. There was a couple points, yes, one team took more control than the other, but the control leads to pressure, pressure leads to goals, and we saw that with Xy's last goal. And if I'm going to tell you something, if that flip reset does not make the highlight reel, I quit.
so so KJ, who do you have in the series?
Well, listen, because I don't really care, and this is Elite League. I'm gonna pick the Gators to be able to bring this one back because Slasher, that team is Slasher and Blue. A lot of people underestimate them, and I think the Owls underestimated them going into game one. I
Mhm.
think Blue and Slasher are gonna give them a run for their money. But I do think that this one goes. I think this one is going to go at least 4 because I think Blue and Slash are starting to really get on the same page and realize, okay, so this is what they're capable of. This is how we have to defend it.
Yeah, I'm saying Owls in 5.
You think the Owls in 5? Oh man. Listen, we won't tell AFK that because he seems to have a problem with people saying that his games are going to go to game 5 because I had the
No.
privilege of casting this Owls team last week. The only difference was that it was not Exy playing. I forget who it was, but they went to game 4 and they were not happy. What a double touch from Exy! Oh my goodness, what a start that man's popping off.
What a double tap. What a play.
Wow. Yeah, so can I change my prediction, Oscar? Like, are you cool with that? No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, you can't.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. And there's, oh my god,
And Slasher. What a shot by Slasher.
I swear to God, though, that crossbar ping is gonna be in my freaking nightmares. I'm gonna be sleeping, and that's gonna wake me up like it's an alarm clock.
Bro, I always set up crossbar.
Crossbar is the best bar.
Yeah.
That's an open net.
Oh! But it got saved.
Yeah, good speed there by Exy to be able to get back for that one. AFK gonna go up for this. Put this one on target, but Blue's gonna switch it off to the side. And Oscar, we're starting to see a little bit more of the controlled gameplay, but it's controlled speed, not necessarily like just full on control.
Slasher with the save? Slasher 2v1? No.
Ain't no way that man almost hit a musket flick.
I know. He almost
The-
did.
The mechanics are really coming out right now.
AFK?
I think he got robbed on that reset.
Slashers. Passing it mid. Ooh. I thought that was a goal for the Gators. I won't lie.
There's that crossbar again. It's the worst feature Rocket League has ever added.
We love the crossbar.
Oh, we might like hearing a crossbar, but My ears are gonna ring with crossbar moments after moment after moment after moment, and it's brutal, especially with these guys, because usually these guys are so accurate with their shooting, and just hearing the crossbar just kind of gives like a
Yeah.
surprise.
Yeah. Etsy. Yeah, I see more control by the Gators right now. It's like going back and forth, you know, KJ.
Yeah, it's that kind of ping pong action, but to be honest with you, I think it favors the Gators more than it does the Owls.
Yeah, it really does. AFK. I thought that when
I'm gonna cuss this crossbar sound out. I'm gonna cuss it out.
Etsy air dribble. Can he double?
What a save!
Oh my god.
Oh, this is why I love Elite League.
AFK putting it mid for and blue. But this game too is a low scoring battle.
Yeah,
With
it definitely. Go ahead.
with crossbars.
Yeah, the crossbar seems to not be anybody's friend except for the defense.
No, but what were you were gonna say?
So what I was gonna say just is that with the air dribbles, the cross map air dribbles, and the scoring opportunities that have presented themselves, nobody's really taking an advantage, and it seems like we're destined for game 2 overtime as well, which just goes to show how evenly matched these two teams are.
Yeah, it really does. Unless someone scores in 1 second.
Listen, if somebody scores with 0 seconds left on the clock, I mean, which is definitely possible now.
Right here.
Oh my
No.
goodness, Slasher! Come on, you could do better than that. Oh,
AFK with the kickoff.
good job by Blue to clear that out, and that's something that I've kind of noticed as well. The clearing is
with
more
AFK.
towards the corner. Oh my god!
I thought AFK was gonna shoot that, but he went back for, or he went to defense for.
Oh my god!
The demo.
In Adept League, we have a saying for moments like that, and I believe it goes a little something like this. Good lord, that was disgusting.
See, I'm telling you, this is destined to go to 5.
That was probably the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen in a game of Rocket League. In overtime, the slowest demo that could have possibly happened, Oscar. I listen. What can you tell me here about game 2? Like, what did you see?
I felt like Gators were controlling um the game more. Um and then when they had their opportunity, they took it. And then for the Owls, same thing, you know? They're they're both evenly matched right now. What about you, KJ?
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Um, if you look at the shots for each team, 7 for the Gators and 6 for the Owls. Like the shots were on target. It's just they were being turned away. And I
Yeah.
think for either one of these teams to really get that edge, they've
Mhm.
got to look for those moments that Slasher just showed us there at the end of game 2, which is look for those bump plays, look for those demos. It's just gonna give you better and more. I guess the best way to put it is more existing opportunities.
Hey,
And
with the
what a
shot.
save!
Sorry.
I
I got.
love the I
I got
love the
the.
high intensity, Oscar. I love it. Keep it going.
Because you were talking and I was like, AFK with the shot.
But it's all good. It is what it is. I listen. If so, I'm just gonna put this out there, and
Slasher for the play.
everybody can agree with me on this, or they can disagree. If we see an own goal here, everybody in their mind needs to spam !! Eagles, because that is just a thing.
Oh,
There it is.
Let's see. Do it. Do it, Galloway.
I am a prophet. All right, tomorrow's lottery numbers are. Oh.
Owls are bringing more pressure right now.
Good save.
AFK with the control. He trying to give it to Etsy, and he scores with the follow through.
Yeah, and I love the fake there from AFK. Neither Gator had any boost to really work with. Just putting that off that back wall. I mean, that's gonna trip up just about anybody in their right mind.
And that was that was a nasty control by AFK. It was a good pass. But AFK AFK's popping off right now.
Yeah, the aggression from AFK there. I mean, that really paid off for him. It could have been detrimental, but it was not. And AFK's quickness and speed able to net the Owls their third goal in this third game. I mean,
Slasher.
even with the series tied 1-1, it's you got to look for those moments. You got to look for those opportunities and take them when they present themselves.
Slasher. Blue. Ooh. Gators have to find something. They have to find a momentum shift. But AFK has other question or other stuff. AFK with the shot, I believe. And Etsy, the crossbar, once again.
Oh.
And Etsy scores.
You know what? I need to see something here. Yeah, okay. So, I'm just going to put this out there. AFK has gotten more aggressive, and I think that's the difference between in this game than in the first two. AFK kind of played back a little bit, let Exy do his thing, but look at this. AFK's aggressiveness, another goal.
Etsy wins the kickoff, and AFK just aerial shot goal.
Like, he is just he has picked up the speed, he has picked up the pace, and the Gators just have no answer, and they need to stop the bleeding.
No.
Ain't
Double
no way.
tap. Etsy. They're popping off right now.
Yeah, Gators looking a little rough here in this one.
Yeah.
And Oscar, I don't think either one of us were prepared for a 6-0 game 3.
Yeah.
with plenty of time to score more.
With 2:06 left.
I thought AFK had that. I really thought he had that.
Blue? Is that Slasher? Slasher controls? But he decides to bomb. But Slasher, did he own goal?
No, but what a read by Exy. Slasher tried to put this off of the crossbar. Exy read it and doubles it in.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought he owned goal. I thought we had another Eagles moment.
I mean, this Owls team is popping off right now.
AFK? What? Can double
No
tap?
way. Oh my
AFK is just
God.
AFK is just popping off right now.
AFK is just him. Yeah, they need to. This Owls team needs to stop. Otherwise, they're gonna have all the highlights next week.
Yeah. Another one?
No.
Etsy.
This Gators team needs a regroup majorly right now.
Yeah, I feel like they just need one to like regain and rebuild.
Reset.
Yeah, reset.
I listen. I am speechless right now.
I am too.
I feel like I'm watching myself play against like an elite player in a ones match right now.
Yeah. It's because because the first two games we went to overtime, and I'm just like, how did this game 3 go to to this score?
I mean, this is I will honestly say this is a thrashing right now, and that's unfortunate. That would have been 10 goals.
That would have been.
Which would have been one off of the record, I believe, in a streamed FDL match.
Oof. Let's see. Let's see what Gators do right now. Do they? If you're the Gators right now, do you call that timeout or no?
I think you really need to, because there's a serious issue, and I'm only going to point to one statistic that is showing right now, and that is that shot statistic. The Owls had 20 shots to the Gators 1. Let me just point that out again. 20 shots to 1.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's not crazy. That is insanity.
Yeah.
Like, in all seriousness, the Gators need to come out swinging here in this fourth game, because if not, this series is done and dusted.
They have to play how they played them in game 2. Just pressure, and then just 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 go for it.
Yeah, and there has been no, and this is surprising to me, is that the Gators did not call for a timeout here or anything, especially with the way that last game went. because they have to know that it did not go well for them at all. Nothing worked.
Slasher waiting, but AFK has another AFK has control.
Oh
See,
my god.
oh, let's see. Let's see. Aerials over. Was that Slasher?
Yeah, over Slasher, but Blue was able to, or that ball just barely missed. Just barely.
Etsy is trying to aerial over to Slasher. And Etsy. And oh no, that was AFK, or was that?
No, that was
Uh-huh.
that was Exy that scored that, but
Oh, AFK hit the crossbar.
I
That's why I was so confused.
I wish like I could cuss right now because oh my god, Exy, you're gonna put another one in.
Oh my god.
I don't even get a chance to talk about that last goal because that was such a dirty play by AFK to land on the backboard and pop that down for Exy to put an easy shot on.
Yeah.
I just, oh my god, this Owls team just does not like game fives.
No. Blue. Gators have to score fast.
Yeah, I mean, because right now that's 11 goals that the Owls have scored without the Gators even really registering a shot.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Slasher, aerials, but AFK is playing well defense, good defense, and Etsy scores.
AFK may be playing solid defense, but Exy's defense and offense, the Gators just have no answer to, and that is 12 goals.
Yeah, I just felt like they should have called that timeout right in that moment, but you know, AFK. Etsy. Oh, I thought he got it over both of them, but he didn't. AFK. He shoots it. Etsy. He aerials over Slasher and demos. Blue is pressuring. He got the demo. I'm gonna be honest, KJ. I'm gonna be honest. Once the Gators get that demo, they should just go for it.
Yeah, I mean, they have to do something. They've got to go all out, especially if they want to put this into a game 5.
Yeah. Blue. Flasher. He doesn't control it. AFK is just controlling. Etsy. He shoots it and he scores once again. Etsy. He aerials off the ceiling shot. And what a goal by Etsy.
Yeah, to be able to get that ceiling pinch and then still be able to have enough for the extra flip. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Oscar. I
Mhm.
don't see the Gators coming back from this one.
You never know. Anything can happen. But AFK has other answers for us. They double committed. Etsy passes to AFK. With 50 seconds left, 5-0 Owls. Etsy. AFK shoots it. Oh. Etsy. AFK is up. He demoed.
Demo.
And Etsy scores.
Let's see. I'm kind of taking a look at playoff pictures here. If the Owls, yeah. So if the Owls win this one, they pretty much have solidified themselves. Well, since the Owls are going to end up winning this one, they've pretty much solidified themselves a playoff spot. Though not always a guarantee, but I know they haven't won every single game, but like
Yeah.
with this squad, who's gonna stop them?
I don't know. We have to see and find out, you know?
That man just hit a triple flip reset. He may not have scored it, but holy crap! I
Yeah.
just these last two games, 15, 18 shots
18,
again.
18 shots, bro.
Oh goodness!
Jeez.
I mean, the Gators did a little bit better with 4, but
Yeah.
I don't even have anything.
I don't mean
There's nothing that you can say.
after that game 3. I mean, what do you have to say? Like, not game 3 or game 2. So like,
I mean, there is honestly nothing to say, Oscar, and
I'm
I
I'm just speechless.
I I there is not very many times in this league that I have ever been made speechless, but those last two games, 15 goals in 2 games, I honestly have nothing.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Uh,
Well, Oscar, do you have anything else you want to say about this one? Because if not, we'll just go ahead and start getting ready for the next one.
um, the only thing I'll say is if if and and your prediction was wrong.
That's fine. It's called a caster curse for a reason.
But I um I felt like I feel like Gators, if they pressured way more, then they'll do way better. I would not lie.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. But that is all the time that we have for this one. Huge shout out to Galloway for that beautiful profile picture. Thank you so much. And I'm happy I was able to help out a little bit. Glad everything has been straightened out and has been taken care of. Stay tuned, everybody. In 6 minutes, we've got the 9 p.m. matchup of the Adept Monkeys taking on the Owls. We get to see the Adept Owls in action next, so stick around.
like ice, tracing all my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside? It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you break me, but something about that makes it so, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the cold. I break you break me, holding our love in chains of gold.
Hello and good evening, FDL. Welcome back to our 9 o'clock match. We've got Adept Owls versus Monkeys tonight. And we're looking at both teams. Owls have a score of 4-3, was it, Galloway?
Oh, am I your co-caster? Not yet. Yeah, Owls is 4-3. Monkey.
Yep, and there we are. And I think this is going to be a pretty even match. We've got Owls with a, was it a C lineup or a B lineup?
Owls is with the B lineup against the.
Sorry for being all scattered, but what do you say? Let's get ourselves into this first match.
I say we do so. I am looking forward to this. I love these guys. I'm excited to see how this goes. We will have Squirrel versus Zaya on the kickoff. Really? Zaya loses kickoff to Squirrel, but Squirrel will have to back off. Gary getting a good touch through the corner. Or to the other side, I should say. Zaya, who tried to catch it but couldn't quite. Bringing up the chance for Squirrel to get control of it. Squirrel will try to dribble back wall. Cannot get it past the deep. A good little humble 15 seconds.
Yeah, and so far it's looking very back and forth. Few misses, but what else would you expect? We're going to see this ball go over to the Monkeys' corner. Zaya banging that one away, banging it into the Owls' corner. Squirrel's going to try and possess this one on the wall. Zaya's taking it away from him, though. We're going to see Zaya chasing this ball, really being a monkey today.
But
Back to their back wall. Now, Jimmy going up for this one. Gonna steal the Monkey's corner boost. Carry with a clear. Straight out to Squirrel, unfortunately. Gonna see Zaya save this one. Squirrel bang this one up to the corner. Up in the air. Misses his shot. Tries to go for the bump. Doesn't quite get it, though. Jimmy with the bump. Doesn't take Carry's boost, though. Zaya with the save. Jimmy banging this one to their back wall. Could be a goal opportunity. Doesn't get the touch he quite wants. We're going to see Squirrel bang this one to the sidewall to himself. He's going to push this one up forward, go for the shot. Just missing, though. A little too far under that ball. Zaya with a big clear to make the Owls a little scared here. Squirrel's going to take this one up his back wall, get it over Carry, try to hold possession here. Trying to just make Zaya awkward. Misses the bump on him, though, and this game is really back and forth, Galloway.
indeed, it's really both these just figuring each other one out. But Monkeys have been looking for trying to end up allowing Bush to try to get by them. Just could not like roll being back man here. But had to try to be patient, which pushing out the touch, not want. Let's sit right back in. We'll go a little bit wide, barely wide. Allowing Carey to come in and clean up with the awkward save by, I want to say that was Jimmy. It was a very valiant effort, just not quite enough. Squirrel almost back to. Also not quite enough. Monkeys squeezing out that first goal, just barely halfway in, or about halfway into this.
Yeah, and looking good for the Monkeys so far, but what's not good is the amount of possession the Owls have had this game, from what I'm seeing. And although that was a really great counterattack from the Monkeys, and if they can keep this up with how the possession has been going, then definitely on their side. But with a little under half the game left, Monkeys 1-0. We're going to see Jimmy clear this one over the back wall. Zaya is going to clear it out to the side. We're looking at reversed roles here with the Owls on the Monkeys side, Monkeys on the Owls. Trying to just get around this ball here. Jimmy with a shot. Carry a little too awkward to make that save, though, and that's going to be goal number 1 for the Owls.
Indeed, a good first goal there to tie it up. Getting that. But we do have ourselves a tie ball game now. 2 minutes. It will be, excuse me, an interesting point to see which team can get the next goal and if they can do it relatively quickly, because that would be a good momentum builder if they can do it fast. And this could be a good setup for the Owls, and they will succeed at doing so. Jimmy getting second goal, and it's just a beautiful breakdown, beautiful control, just what you want from a second goal to take the lead.
Yeah, and Owls really coming back here from that first goal. We're going to see Jimmy and Zaya on the kickoff. Looks like Monkeys are winning this one. Squirrel is a little awkward, though. Owls with not a lot of boost to work with here on the defense. But they will try and do their best to keep this one out. And Jimmy kind of just making himself awkward, maybe setting up his teammate. Squirrel gets a clear out to the Monkeys' side. Looking a little awkward here from both teams, and unfortunately not getting quite the 50 that the Monkeys want. Jimmy with a big clear off the back wall to Zaya. Zaya's going to get a big bang off of this one. Now we're seeing Carrie trying to 50 this ball and keep it in to buy some time for their teammate to get back. Now we've got Zaya on this ball. Going to steal the Owls' corner boost. Carrie with the reset, trying to get it to their teammate. Now Squirrel not getting the touch he wants. Jimmy's almost there for it, but does get the demo on Carrie. Zaya on the back wall, gonna defend this one. And, ooh, we're seeing the Monkeys and the Owls kind of scramble all over the place. I mean, it's a little tough to tell who's really winning this game, because we've got Monkeys with the counterattacks, we've got Squirrels with the goal lead. It's kind of hard.
Indeed, but we are counting down time now. 15 seconds remaining. Owls are down, or not Owls, it is Monkeys are down by 1, but in control on the Owls half. But they're not up to actually score the ball. Carrie tripped it way too far back. Dyer trying to throw it in, Carrie trying to throw it up, and that was going in, but falls just short. And the Owls will take game 1 in a very close fashion. Monkeys seem like they could have been there a little bit quicker, but I think it was Carrie who's just a little too far back towards the midfield. I think trying to collect some pads to do so, but man, that's very close.
Yeah, 100%. It was pretty much back and forth that game, and for the Monkeys to win this next one, I have zero doubts that they could. I mean, still pretty close series, even though Owls are up one game. But as we know from here at FDL, that's not enough to put a defining lead.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. That's such a close game 1 that this series can really go either way. And we just also got done watching, if you were here for it, in the late match where it was close game 1. It was an OT, it was 0 goal OT game 1. And then it just blew out of the water once the Owls got hot. So we'll see how this game goes, if it will blow out of the water and one team or another will explode, or if it will remain this close. I'm looking forward to it either way.
Yeah, me too. And we're going to see Jimmy and Carrie on this kickoff. We're going to see Zaya. Ooh, big miss though. Squirrel does get that mid boost. Potential shot opportunity. Hits the backboard. Carrie with a good block there. Now we're going to see Squirrel with the bump. Trying to keep Zaya out of possession here. But Zaya will go back and take it. Air dribble. Squirrel with the defense. Bangs it to his corner, possibly to himself. Gets it mid for a teammate to Jimmy. Squirrel can't really take that shot there. He will get a touch out mid, but that is to Zaya, and maybe, ooh, straight off the backboard there from Jimmy. He's going to try and get a touch to keep his teammate from being in a 2v1. Let's see here. We've got Jimmy with a 50 out to mid to carry to the ceiling. Squirrel with a big clear. Zaya a little awkward here. Not a whole lot of boost. Does get the clear out to the corner, but doesn't get the boost they were looking for.
Indeed.
We're a minute into this game one. 2 saves from Monkeys, 4 shots from Owls. That's... Ooh, and that's a shot from Carry there. Sorry to cut you off, by the way.
Oh, you're good, brother. I was just trying to see how this would go. I felt like the Owls were on the precipice of scoring here. They were getting in a good setup position, and sure enough, they were able to do what they needed to do to score, get that first goal just over a minute. And Monkeys still kind of set up good. Zaya, however, decided not to really press it until they picked up a few more pads, which worked out into a favorable 50, especially with Carry Trip winning the aerial battle. Zaya trying to push it in, but it was saved away by Coach Jimmy. And a very good clear by him too to really buy his team all the time they need. Buy plenty of time for that kind of stuff to happen, but I don't think it was quite how I wanted it to be. Zaya spawns right back into the play. But we're still going, and I can really see either one of these teams scoring at any point. They're just both doing that good.
Yeah, it's really back and forth here. Monkeys are in the lead, but Owls have had most of the pressure this game, and I think it's all up to who messes up first. Because as we saw, Owls did mess up, and it did result in a goal right away for the Monkeys. And it's tough. Even though you have pressure, the counterattacks are just that strong from the Monkeys here today. But Squirrel's going to take this possession. We're going to see Zaya with a touch out to their net. Jimmy's there to save it, though. Bangs it up high, making the opponent's waist boost. He will control this one to the sidewall. Gets a touch over Zaya. Their net is a little open, though, and Squirrel with not a lot of boost to get back for that. We're going to have another goal from the Monkeys today. And like I said, it's just up to who messes up first, and we're seeing Squirrel push out a little too far from that net. And not the best touch from Jimmy, I would say. But it's just little things like that that really do make the games.
Yeah. But both these teams do feel very evenly matched. It really is coming down to the little mistakes, which they can eat alive any team that's evenly matched. Because right there's just another little mistake from Jimmy, just barely missing that pop up. I think he was getting harassed a little bit by Carey, and that distracted him. We were coming out of an awkward, or threw him into an awkward situation. Just a well done play for the Monkeys to take that lead, or to extend the lead rather. And now with Monkeys up by 3, with Owls struggling to get their first goal. I was not struggling any longer, however, because Squirrel able to throw that in outside of the reach of, I believe it was, who was on the opposite corner getting boost. It's a beautiful placement. What great way to try to bounce back into this game too. And who knows? I think it's just opened up this game to where still anybody's goal or game 2.
Yeah, and still with 2 minutes left, there's still a lot of time for the Owls to really come back. And I think if they keep up their pressure and they put more shots on, 100% they can come back here with a minute 50 left on the clock. Ooh, good save there from Squirrel. We're going to see Jimmy take this to the wall. Gives it to his teammate, though. He is waiting out mid. We might see a passing play. Zaya is there to clean it up and make him a little awkward to not go there. Jimmy doesn't get the touch he wants. Squirrel with a really good pre-flip save there. Gets a flick over Zaya. He's in a 1v1 against Carey. Carey not quite getting the touch, and Jimmy will fake Carey out and put that one right in. A minute 23 on the clock. 3-2 in the Monkeys' favor.
Indeed. Owls are coming back into now. Not quite tied up, but they're getting there. They're picking up their speed. They're starting to push the Monkeys. Monkeys' bonuses on them at this point to get these get this Squirrel Jimmy combo out of their rhythm and to kind of harass them a little bit. And that right there's a beautiful play to do so. Coach Jimmy back, Squirrel going up and over, try to clear away, but now Squirrel is going to go with 0 boost, but he's on that backboard, making fantastic use of that backboard, which sometimes you just don't see. I don't want to say at this level of Rocket League, but sometimes in Rocket League, Source level, sometimes, or definitely in Origin, you don't see as many people on that backboard making good use of it, especially when you have 0 boost. That's a fantastic job by Squirrel. And now Owls was just really pushing good to try to clear it up until that bump came in from Harry. That Monkey's just holding on strong right now.
Yeah, and it's really good defense to see here from the Monkeys, but unfortunately, with not a lot of boost, the Owls will put that one in, and a little too far out of position as well. Carey trying to get back there, just not enough. And then putting that one so high in the net, it's kind of hard to save with no boost. I've been there.
Yeah.
We're gonna see Jimmy and Zai on this kickoff. Gets it back left to Carey. Goes for the double, not quite getting it though. Zaya fakes out Squirrel. Jimmy just kind of waiting on this one. Squirrel trying to get that one out of there with no boost. He will succeed to get it to Jimmy though. Zaya does get a really good 50. Squirrel with a good save. And it's looking like the Monkeys almost getting that one in. Now we're going into overtime in game 2.
Carey Trip had that. Played that perfectly on the by stalemate. But he unfortunately hit it with the nose of his car, the hood of his car. If he had done that, just been leaning backwards, it's soft enough to go in. But because of that, we would now have a very intense Owls trying to push it. It's going to be an awkward touch on the corner. Going to have Jimmy up, putting it wide. Jimmy Squirrel, I mean. And with clearing out, will make it where Zaya has to go up. That's a fantastic 50. It's going to bounce out center. Be a little bit awkward, but Squirrel not be able to get it. Zaya losing that 50. However, Squirrel is up. Go for the touch, but a cut by Zaya to try to slow him down. A play to stall for time. However, that's going to be a double commit. That's going to be a team bump, and that will be an open net goal. Owls will score that one to win it. It's going to be taken to match point. And that is one of those miscommunications cannot afford. No T.
Definitely. And you really hate to see it if you're the Monkeys coming back so hard in the beginning of this game, the first half. I mean, we're up 3-0, and then the Owls coming back 4-3, holding them off as well as they can. And the shots are quite close, actually. We're looking at 11 from the Owls and 9 from the Monkeys, with 4 saves per team, but we are seeing more assists from the Owls, which could be the potential factor that's carrying into this game that let them win in this overtime.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of two. That Owls team. One thing you know from this combo is between each other. Work very well off opportunities. But other on the other quite half same even, but it balanced out whereas even to the other team. Just a beautiful game 2. It was a shit. We're now in point because would love it will with how close, how tight these two teams, and it could fall one way or we could easily go to a game 5 if we're. Who knows, man? This is one of those makes you on the edge of your seat. As a fan, you just can't do nothing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. And with how the last game went, Monkeys, they definitely have a chance here. They were up 3-0 in that first half. And that's very promising going into this game 3. Even though they're down 2, it's really close, I would say, despite the score. Like, player ability, quite close. Now, we're going to see Jimmy take a shot. Carey does get the save high, though, to buy some time. Squirrel with another shot, just a little off onto the back wall. We're going to see Squirrel. Ooh, unfortunately, either he missed or passed it mid, and Carey's able to clean that up. Yeah, that's just an unfortunate touch. And going back to the beginning, you know, it's little mistakes like that. And to be fair, it's hard to catch the ball on the wall like that, so
Yeah,
it's tough.
it absolutely. But
Ooh.
I mean, when you have an instant kick, I'll go to even it back up. It kind of doesn't matter how tough something is because, hey, game's still even. Almost like nothing at all happened, and it's a matter of like seconds. Very good trip with this Oreo. They work hard to the second one, but that's still a bump there from the Owls, not from the favor this time. And Gary had enough of the shenanigans from that last goal, so I think it a demo. Buy some time. We'll go dribble against Jimmy, but Jimmy's playing up well. 50. Tries to go for a touch there, but Tyler will get up over. An awkward bounce off the wall. Either way, awkward enough to put it high and wide. But this Allison try hard to push it out. We'll push it to the midfield. It will keep full of it as we pop it up. So carry it backward, pop it. Gets the second touch. We had touch going towards mid, and Carey could not sink the demo or the bump, which would have left an open net. So now we are back up to the ping pong of this series, and I don't know if you saw that, but Coach Jimmy was about to go for a redirect off that bat ball. It would have been amazing.
I agree, and even just attempting something like that is a little scary, but if you're confident, go for it. We're going to see Zaya with a 50. Carey will take the possession on this with not a lot of boost to work with, though. However, Zaya on this. Ooh, Zaya turning. Goes for the shot, and it's a long one, and that will go in. I don't know what was happening there exactly. It looked like Jimmy was going a little too quick to not read it. And then Squirrel getting that boost, not being able to get back in time.
Yeah, one of those situations where one person got caught into this. Jimmy going to try to make up for it here off the kickoff, but I will turn this away. Jimmy, however, throwing it back in. Squirrel's going to get there, as we know he loves to do from a Coach Jimmy pass. And we have this game back tied 2-2. And they just cannot break away from each other, Clover. It is just that evenly matched of a team of teams.
Yeah, and the Owls instantly responding after every goal the Monkeys have worked so hard for. That's gotta hurt. And ooh, the Owls are really possessing this game. Ooh, that's a shot and a goal from Squirrel there with a good setup from Jimmy for him. Love to see that, beating one and getting it over the second.
Ghost touch to Zaya, so close they can lick the aftermath or after wake up the ball as it's pressed before it's even an after wake. That's how close it was. It's just that one. Speaking of things I heard, but what a fantastic clear by Carey.
Ooh.
Now Carey's going to have to race the ball and have to race. Jimmy gets up over Jimmy.
Ooh.
And Carey trip. Just almost immediately ties it back up again, giving the Owls a little bit of taste of their medicine. Jimmy went a little too wide on that one. Didn't realize that Carey didn't quite have the control of that ball as fast as he was ready or wanting, and went a little too wide. Could not turn it. But South team won't get back at it. Carey's going to send that out, but Jimmy's going to try to catch. Dia will go for the 50, but gets beat by Jimmy. Jimmy going for a 50 against Carey, but for one. Dia keeping it away from the Squirrel clear. The Squirrel throwing that back towards the net. Sending it back out. It's just a good game for these. I have said it, and I will keep saying it. Squirrel shooting it, getting up over both of them. And Owls back in the lead off of another Jimmy pass Squirrel.
Yeah, and we're looking at a lot more goals this game. We're looking 3-4 with 1:50 left. Now let's see here. We've got Squirrel and Carey on the kickoff. Monkeys winning this one by a margin. Jimmy's going to try and clear this one out, but it is to Zaya. Squirrel with not a lot of boost. Not quite the touch he wants, and that's going to be a goal from Carry. It's just those small touches like that that Squirrel's been making, and it's just not working out the best for him. Jimmy barely missing, too. Not quite getting the flick he wanted.
I don't even want to say it's not working out for him. I think it's working because the script, if I'm not mistaken, says that these teams not break away from the. They have to remain even the entire time. If I'm misreading this, please tell me. But I think that's what the script says. Buzz, Monkey missing the ball there. Carry missing the open net. But he does get a pass. Earl getting the boost, however. We'll go for the second touch in. We'll go for the third touch in the air. Zaya, however, very risky, but does get that save away. Gets it past Jimmy. Gary trying to put it in midfield, but it's not quite as far of a touch as he wanted. A little bit of a double commit there from the South team. Pass one, the Squirrel is Gary. Load it down by throwing it up into the air. This touch that will be the extra. Going for the long clear, which I don't necessarily like, but I think it'll be a little bit quicker, but does get a nice stiffy. Gary misreading that, however, unable to get to touch that ball. Will go floated in the net. Monkeys are just banging around, trying to score, but it's just getting even in that. Gary is unable. There's really not a lot to say because it's just so daggone even, man.
Yeah. It's crazy to see. The Monkeys really want to fight for this one, though. We're going to see Zaya with a clear out to the side. That's a shot from Jimmy from the back right of the Monkeys' side.
And a bump by Squirrel, too. Really set it up.
Yeah. And that's a great team play there. Getting that bump, especially. 'Cause that could have been savable. But with 14 seconds left on the clock, the Monkeys really got to make something happen here. Squirrel with the delayed kickoff. You're going to see Jimmy take possession. Maybe a shot, and that's going to be goal number 6 for the Owls. 8 seconds left on the clock. Unless we see some kickoff strategies, I don't know if it's quite possible for the Monkeys to come back here.
Well, we've already set the scene. Because they have seen how every kick, or every goal, there's been a kickoff goal immediately behind it, the tide. They decided to change up. That worked out in favor. Now they get a big 50. Ball going down to the field. Zaya is able to get to it, but having a rush because the tide throws it one. Monkey's doing a fantastic job. Just not enough time. That's we're just waiting for it to go down or wait for the ball to go net one or the other. Jimmy Squirrel working together, trying to make a time. This will go down. That will be an incredibly close series. We definitely have time for it. Players in here. Break that down for me. That was such a great.
I mean, I'm surprised that it was 3-0 to the Owls, honestly, because that was such a close game. All of them were so close. And if you're the Monkeys, it's got to be really sad. I mean, if we were looking at a best of 7, it's looking a lot closer in my point of view, honestly. But with the kickoff strategies from the Owls, I think that really set the game as well. But pressure from the Monkeys was starting to get better over time, just not better enough, I would say.
Not better fast enough. And this
Yeah.
This Owls team was I know what you meant. Of just setting the pace, forcing the Monkeys to catch up. We're doing it to them. In this tight as it could, or even, but our team face as a. And speak of from the Owls team, what's going on, guys?
What's
Hope
up?
you guys enjoyed it.
We did. I hope you enjoyed playing it. It looked like it's a tough one.
Yeah, definitely close. They put up a good fight, but I got my boy Jimmy carrying me, passing me the ball, making it work, man.
was really
Feels
close games.
feels so good. I finally 3-0. Oh my gosh.
I have a question for you, Squirrel.
Yes.
Are you a hybrid between an owl and a squirrel?
Um, I'm not. Um, it's actually kind of funny that I'm on the owl team because usually owls and squirrels don't get along.
Well, that's what we were
Hmm.
thinking. We were like a flying squirrel, trying to be the peacemaker between.
No, no, no. I'm just here running it back again for the one and only Goob. Luckily, she's allowed me to play on her team again. I got, of course, the one and only Jimmy, and then we got our third Thor. Looking pretty good this season. I'm feeling really good heading into the final 2 weeks of the season.
Or yeah, it looked pretty good. Passing plays where we're talking about how y'all had the assist by every game more than the other. I was just working off passing play. How much of that is just
We
play
were
style?
we were going back and forth.
Yeah, how much of that was y'all normal play style versus
In
just having to?
in chat we were joking around, but I think
Oh, I think you might have cut out.
You're still alive,
uh,
Jimmy.
I don't know if it's my internet.
oh,
I don't know if it's my internet or if it's getting cut out. I'm very sorry.
you're fine, brother. We just glad you tried. First, just tell them that you know what, you're already a super winner.
okay.
Hey, well, we were joking during the game about having 100% goal participation from both of us. I don't know if that's true, but I think it's true in those 3 games. I think every goal that was scored, we both touched the ball.
And I know in the last 2 games we had 100%. Not completely sure how stats look for game one, but yeah, we usually tend to pass to each other quite a bit if we can. Luckily tonight things meshed pretty well, gameplay wise, and we just found ourselves in the right spot when the pass game. So
It was a fun thing. They're close. Those guys were competitive. We barely won, but very fun.
Hey, you said barely. It felt like y'all were the ones setting the pace for most of that. That said, they were very competitive. So hats are definitely off to them. However, did you?
I think the one question was all from me.
I got you. Well, I do want to ask, Pearl. You've already kind of gave a shout, but Jimmy, did you have anybody y'all you wanted to shout out as well before we?
Just our other teammate, Thor. Like he's the reason I'm in the league. Kind of reached out to me and stuff, and so I'm having a lot of fun with the league. It's been fun to kind of like get better at Rocket League, playing with some pretty good guys. So
You know
yeah.
what? I love that answer. Of that Thor man. He's fantastic, excellent member of our production team. Who cares about that PC Devil Jacob guy in Twitch chat saying cough cough? Screw that. Screw that nerd. Nobody cares about him. Who even is he? I don't know. But Squirrel, I know you definitely don't know who.
I
Heard
have
of him.
no idea. I have no idea who that person is. Guys, he's
Never heard
pretty
of
bad at
him.
Rocket League. I have to assume.
Well, guys, we appreciate y'all joining the booth. It's been a blast watching you. But congratulations once more.
Thank you.
And with that, we have finished up 9 p.m. We do have a 10 p.m. match. The original team got scheduled due to the storms happening in this country. So everybody keep doing your prayers, keep them in your thoughts, and make sure. All hope that happens. I think it's the weather minus maybe power loss. That's the only. But do have a replacement for them. It will be expert leagues. It will be Penguins versus. Do not want to miss that. So come on back and
wanna feel your touch like ice, tracing all my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside? It's unforgivable, but I forgive you every time. Hard to let it go, 'cause we're intertwined. I break you break me, but something about it makes us so, baby. Every piece keeps us together in the cold.
power, infinite power, infinite power, 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 infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, 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 infinite power. Infinite power. Infinite power. Infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, 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 power. Infinite power. Infinite
I'm cold steel stainless. My glass half full. Always said don't suffer no fools. Serpents daydream. I bite, you call me lovely. Got a sweet tooth. Gonna get the sugar from you. When they say I'm a machine gun, I take it as a compliment.
Welcome back, FDL. For our last match on this Saturday night, we have the expert Vipers versus Penguins. And I'm joined here with Clover, who you saw the last hour. How are you doing, Clover?
I'm doing all right. I mean, so far, this game's looking a little more tilted to one side, but we're looking at a series score Penguins 7-0 with the Vipers at 4-3. I think it might be an interesting match for today.
Yeah, the Penguins, I believe, have clinched playoffs. And the Vipers, they're still looking for the playoff run. They have to win, I believe, 2 out of their next 3 matches. Do not quote me on that, though. But without further ado, let's get them in.
Yeah, let's get right into this first game.
And
We've got
on the Penguins side, we have Chaka and Professor Freak. But on the Viper side, we have Jessix and Blue Mars. So I believe this is an A lineup from the Penguins and a B lineup coming from the... Yeah, a B lineup coming from the Vipers. So it should be pretty interesting. Vipers are going to start off with some good pressure early. They get the first registered shot for this match. Blue Mars now, he's going to take it up the wall. He's taking it to the air. Looks like he's going for just a little bit of an air dribble. He can't quite get that on net. But Clover, we just have an instant action coming from the Vipers.
Yeah, and honestly, that's really what you want to start with if you're the Vipers, looking at the series score from both teams. And I feel like the Vipers definitely have a shot in this with already one shot on. And so far, so good. But we're going to see Jessix put that one up in the air. Not quite enough to get past the Penguins, though. We've got Vipers with a good save from Mars. Freak with a decent 50. Gonna grab that mid boost. We've got Chaka up for this. To the corner. We're gonna see Jessix pass this one out. Freak is there to catch it up, though. Mars gonna bang that one right back, though. We're looking at a lot of boost usage here from both teams. Up in the air from both sides. It's kind of interesting to see. Instead of conserving boost and taking possession, we're seeing back and forth ping pong here.
Yeah, that mid boost control is going to be really important in that game. Man, Jessix there. The 0 boost save dodging a demo, but there's a little bit of a Vipers counterattack. A pass to the corner to Jessix. Back off backboard to Blue Mars. Chaka, great job turning that away. And Freak has to take this out. Blue Mars, he's going to put this more center. And it looks like a little bit of exchanges are done. The Penguins are going to go on a counterattack. Chaka with a misflip. Ball's going to float towards his net. He has to go up a little bit awkwardly. A little bit of panic there, but he's all good. But the Vipers are going to continue their relentless attack. So far, nothing to show for it. But Freak here, he beats out Jessix. There's no one back. Blue Mars, he has to make a heroic dive at the ball. And he kind of gets in Chaka's way there a little bit. Vipers now looking at a counterattack. Jessix, he's going to 50 this off to Blue Mars. Blue Mars is going to put that right above Chaka. And the Vipers, they are going to open up the scoring for this game.
Yeah, and we're seeing, even though it's back and forth, Vipers playing very well against this Penguins team today. And you said it was Penguins A lineup?
Yes, it is.
Honestly, that's surprising. It's looking like the Vipers really have a shot here. Potential first or second goal. Ooh, barely on the line. It's a little awkward for the Penguins, and Blue Mars is going to put that one right in there.
And apparently my metal bar crossbar sound effect has installed properly, as we're seeing 2 crossbar touches there. But we're going into the third kickoff. Looks like Jessix with a fantastic demo. He keeps possession. He's in there. Down to Blue Mars. Chaka with a great save. It's 2v0 on the net, but Jessix racing back. Blue Mars, he's coming in on back post there. What a save by Jessix, using the woodwork to his advantage, but Chaka, he's going to come in and cut this lead in half in only 20 seconds after the Viper's second.
Gotta say, that's a decent response there from the Penguins as well, using each other there. We're going to see Jessix and Professor Freak on this kickoff. Chaka trying to get the clear out. Blue Mars is there, though. Professor Freak with a good tap out. Looking like Jessix might score this one. That is off the post, though. Chaka trying to just clear this one out. Trying to get it away out of danger. We see potential back pass from Mars, but Freak is there to take it from him. Mars with a good save. We're going to see Chaka on this ball. It's a little open, kind of scary. Vipers do end up clearing this one out. We're going to have Professor Freak take this one up the wall. Blue Mars is there to counter it, though. Chaka to bang it right back. It's really a game of ping pong from what I'm seeing. But we're going to have Freak trying to pressure this ball. Does get the Vipers' corner. Blue Mars, not a lot of boost. Picks up the mid. Picks up the Penguins' corner. And I'm seeing a lot of banging the ball away and praying. And it's really back and forth. I can't tell who's actually winning in the game of possession.
Yeah, I feel like the first team to take possession and really get control of the speed of the ball are kind of going to run away with this game too here. We're going to see Chaka. He doesn't have a lot of boost to possess this, though. Vipers have been doing a good job keeping that away from them. Freak with a great turnout and a little bit of a miss. Jessix there with a solid challenge. He's going to toss this mid, and Blue Mars is going to have a nice tap in for their third goal.
I gotta say, great use of teamwork there as well. Jessix not quite able to get the angle he wants, but does get the angle towards Mars. And, you know, it's 2v2 for a reason, and we can see that they're using it to their full advantage. We're going to see Blue Mars and Chaka on this kickoff. Looking like Jessix can't quite get the boost, but does get Freak off of the ball. And I would say that is a lot more important. Bump from Freak. Jessix a little awkward, does get a clear out. Freak with a potential shot, a little off. Trying to just hold, I guess, aggression from the Penguins right now, especially with how this game's going so far. We've got 30 seconds on the clock. Penguins in potential possession. And like I said, it's just ping pong in this first game.
It's ping pong with a little bit of bumps to carry out the offense. Freak, no boost. Jessix, a great dunk. Goes mid. Chaka's to take possession. He has to score right now. They want a chance. And he will put it on. And Jessix with no boost. He can't get back to it. The Penguins, they're in striking range now. They can score a kickoff goal. And 0-second time is unlocked. So if they keep this ball up, we could be seeing a nice little overtime in this game one. Gonna have Blue Mars and Chaka on kickoff, and Blue Mars expert job killing the ball to their corner. He's just gonna slow down and wait this clock out. Jessix to kill the ball for the Vipers to take game one.
Definitely not the game I was expecting. We're coming out at a pretty solid win here for the Vipers in game one, and with the momentum that they were carrying, it's kind of back and forth right now. So I think we're looking at potential comeback here from Penguins with their possession in the end there. It's just all up to who makes the first mistake, I would say, from what I'm seeing. And, you know, little misses here and there that can really cost you an entire game. And it's hard to see, but that's just how this game works, you know?
Yeah, we're gonna have to see who is going to make more mistakes. The Penguins with a good bit of pressure and believe a little bit more shooting accuracy in terms of being on net. The Vipers, though, they're going to put up a little bit of a good defensive effort there. Blue Mars getting a hat trick actually in this game to just carry out the offense. And as we're moving into game two, what do you think the Penguins are going to want to do differently in order to claw back that one goal deficit that they had?
I think their best bet here would just be holding on to possession for as long as they can, because we did see beats but no possession to follow it up, which isn't really going to get you very far. But so far, it's looking like shot from Professor, or from Freak there. We've got Blue Mars trying to follow this one up. Does get the 50 he wants, with a little bit of boost to work with, but does get the ball banged away from him by Freak. We're going to see shot from Freak again. Little off, though. This could be potentially awkward. And that's a really good 50 for Blue Mars. Ooh, barely off the post. You hate to see it. Now we might see a counterattack here from the Penguins. Trying to get a flick to get him out of the way. Jessik's up for this ball. Gonna bang it over to the sidewall in the Penguins' corner. It's looking like both teams are a little scared right now, if you would say.
Yeah, neither team is really wanting to commit overly hard to a play on offense. Good bump there from Freak is going to give Chaka a little bit of time on the ball here. Blue Mars, not a lot of boost to his name, but neither player on the off or defensive line able to make contact. Freak, he's getting physical now. He knows that they can't defend and score if they don't have a car anymore. So I'm really appreciating that. Jessix, he's been keeping really good control of boost this game so far, but boost can only help you so much if the ball is in your net. Chaka with no boost is going to put this far side, and Jessix can't quite make it to it. He's not expecting such a powerful shot.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at comeback here from the Penguins. 3 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. There's Professor Freak just banging this one over. Tried to get it to his teammate, but not quite far over enough. Blue Mars, potential redirect to Jessix. Just barely off the crossbar there. We did hear a little bit of a ping from this new update here in Season 18. Now we're going to see Jessix. Ooh, big 50. Chaka kind of just pushing him out of it. We see Mars going off the ceiling here. Doesn't use his flip the way he should have, I would say. Trying to just get it over, but does get it to Jessix, which is good enough. We're going to see Chaka a little awkward. No boost in his corner. Pinch from Jessix. Professor Freak saving this ball. Not a lot of boost. Can't really be an open net with no boost. So Blue Mars is back for this. He will hold possession, but does get a massive 50. Barely out of the net as well. That's scary if you're the Vipers.
Yeah, quite a massive 50 indeed. He's up as well and almost gets another one on Freak. Now Chaka, he has to take a little bit of possession. No, Freak will. He happened to be a little bit better equipped to handle that ball. Freak now, he's going to get a banging clear, and this isn't exactly what I want to see from Freak when he has that amount of boost with that ball on the wall there. I'd like to see a little bit more possession grabbing from him. I've liked what I've seen from the bumps, and like really just keeping their players unable to do anything. I also like to see him score. But yeah, just a little bit of unfortunate touch from Jessix there. He means to hit this just over Freak's head, but he can't get quite around to it and tosses this back towards his net.
Oh, that's very well played there by Freak, I would say. Just waiting on his touch, taking his time because he knows he has it. And that's really good possession there for this second part of Game 2. Now we're seeing Chaka with a big 50. Jessix not too much boost, but enough to get a really good 50 on Freak there to his teammate. Although, with both the Vipers in the corner, it's a little scary, but you know they love their dugouts. We're going to see Chaka on this ball, trying to just dribble. Gets a flick over Jessix, but not quite on target. And that's going to be an Eagles moment from Blue Mars, was it? Or no, from Jessix.
From Blue Mars.
Blue Mars. Sorry. But that's... Oh, man. That's unfortunate. Not quite reading the ball. It's really heartbreaking to see.
Yeah, and if you're the Vipers, you kind of got to shake that one off. I wouldn't call them out of this game quite yet, but you have a game up. You can afford to drop a game.
Mm-hmm.
And with just over a minute left, 3 goals is not an impossible task, but a little bit of a tall one with the kind of ping pong that's been going on so far. Jessix though, man, he was looking for a bump there on Chaka, but as I speak of bumps, Professor Freak is going to demo Blue Mars off the field, trying to just slow down the play to get this clock down. A little bit of awkwardness in the corner. Blue Mars is going to come out on top of that. He's going to leave ball possession to Jessix, but Jessix missed the boost. That's going to kill this Vipers offense with only 40 seconds left. And Blue Mars also missing the boost, taking it a little bit mid. Chaka, he's not expecting that. He doesn't put the ball on net yet. He's going to keep possession in the corner, though. And this clock looks like it's going to run out with the Penguins win in this game, too. And I got to say, they really started sticking it to the Vipers here. I was seeing a lot of demos, as we see one there from Professor Freak. I believe that's 4 or 5 in this game alone. He might be looking for an exterminator later in this series. But I believe Chaka's going to try and keep this ball up, but it will fall. The Penguins, they're going to take game 2.
And it looks like we're starting anew with, I guess you could say, a best of 3. It's pretty close still. We're looking at an equal amount of shots from both teams, just less saves from the Vipers. I believe if they can step up their defense a little bit as well as their touches, they can 100% get that game back into game 3.
Absolutely. We're seeing a little very even shots, I gotta say. However, the Penguins, they're just able to get their car behind the ball a little bit better on defense. They're able to keep that out of net. Perhaps some of that is due to Professor Freak getting some demos on the back line, especially in the rotations there. I'd like to see where that develops into if the Vipers get a little bit too used to some of these demos and start dodging them, or if Professor Freak goes all in on this strategy that works in this game 3. We're going to have Professor Freak versus Blue Mars on this kickoff. As the game is just going to start now. And it's going to go in favor of the Vipers. This is what you want to see if you're the Vipers. Coming back from 3 unanswered goals last game to just a real quick and easy one, 3 seconds into the game. It's just what you like to see.
Yeah, great start for the Vipers here, 3 seconds into the game, but still a lot of time left for the Penguins. You see another really good kickoff here. Great block there from Chaka, making sure he doesn't get the shot on. Ooh, unfortunate positioning there from Professor Freak, just barely cutting him off, cutting off his teammate. The Vipers with so much aggression going into this third game. And we're going to see a little bit of a ceiling pinch from Chaka there, bringing out the mechanics. Going for a bump. Unfortunately, a little awkward for Freak, though, just because that ball's in the corner there. We're going to look at a good block from Chaka, straight to Professor Freak. We're looking at a 1v1 here. Tries to go for the double jump shot. Doesn't quite get it, though. Chaka to the backboard. Jessix with a great clear, though. Professor Freak to the backboard. To Chaka. We're going to see him bang that one to the corner. Try and just buy a little bit of time for his teammate. And Jessix.
Wow.
Just going to take that one. Take some time. And Freak's just a little too far up for that ball.
Jessix, that was just an impressive catch.
Yeah.
And the second Freak jumped, he knew he got cooked.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Probably expecting
you don't see
his
that
teammate.
every day.
Yeah. I would say he's probably expecting Chaka to have the other touch on that, and that's why he jumped. Trying to just be there as quick as possible, but unlucky. Yeah. But Vipers up 2-0 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. You see off the ceiling from Chaka. Ooh, barely sliding that one out from Blue Mars, getting a decent touch there. We see a little bit of a pinch to try and keep them a little awkward. Demo from Mars on Freak. Chaka with a big clear out here. Jessix, not a lot of boost. And, oh no! Another Eagles moment, unfortunately, passing the ball straight to Freak. And
Just
That's
a little,
so unlucky.
yeah, just an unfortunate touch. It from here in the spectator booth, I read it the same way Blue Mars did. I thought he was completely fine where he was, but the Rocket League god says no. Jessik's a little bit of a mistake on the pinch there. Freak is gonna put that in. Not again. You're too cruel. It can't
No.
be a third Eagles moment. Blue Mars in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's gotta hurt. How do you think this is affecting his mental?
Pretty hard, I would say. Tying up the game with 2 own goals because Professor Freak is able to read his car, and it's looking like he's playing off of that more than the actual game. It's quite. I almost want to say degrading to have that happen to you twice in the same 20 seconds.
Oh,
But a big flick from Mars, Chaka with barely 2 boosts to get there. And we're going to see Jessix pop that one off the wall into the net. Just because it's a little too awkward for Chaka to get back to that with no boost. That's a big
Yeah.
50. And I would say there's a little bit of luck involved, but it does work out for the Vipers.
just good vision by Jessix. You can tell he wants to put this high in the air. He sees that Chaka doesn't have any boost, and he wants to capitalize that best he can. Speaking of capitalization, the Vipers are unable to capitalize on the good kickoff they've had this time. I guess that makes up for the Eagles' moments, the good kickoffs. But Professor Freak, he is not one to sit on a deficit for long. A little bit of a suboptimal save. It's going to leave the net open for Freak, and he's just going to come in and power that into net. We're at 3-3, and only half the game's gone by. I feel like the scoring has really opened up compared to games 1 and 2. There's a lot less, for lack of a better term, ping pong going on the field. We're now playing some Rocket League, but just gonna cross 2 minutes, and Chaka, a really impressive touch, slowing down the ball to put this into the net. And Jessix, he's not expecting this touch, and honestly, just a really impressive shot to put the Penguins up by 1. And if you're the Vipers, you're looking for some of these Eagle moments back. You really just got to put them behind you at a certain point. It's gonna happen. Just happens to have, well, happened 3 times in one game. But Professor Freak, he's gonna have a shot here, and Jessix, he can't quite get up to it. It's a little bit of an awkward clear from Blue Mars. He doesn't get quite the power that he wants on it, and Jessix with no boost, he can't get up to the ball fast enough. And now the Vipers, who were looking at a initially really solid game 3, now have a little bit of, they have to claw their way back a little bit, or, well, they have to slither their way back a little bit with 2 minutes left on the clock. A fantastic save from Blue Mars to keep this game alive.
That was insane by Blue Mars. Definitely making up for one of his mistakes at least. We're looking at Jessix taking the possession, trying to get a counter here. Professor Freak's going to toss that one out mid. Does get the block on Mars, though, from the shot. We're going to see Jessix trying to stay on this one with the 100 boost. He's going to pop this one up mid. Blue Mars is there, though. We're looking at a lot of aggression back here from the Vipers, trying to get this game back. Now we're going to see Blue Mars take this one to the corner. Not enough time to get his boost, but will get a touch over Professor Freak. Freak trying to fake this one out. It doesn't work, though. Blue Mars with 0 boost will put that one in.
A little bit of a miscommunication in a dire situation for the Penguins. You cannot be throwing a goal to a 0 boost player with both players in the right spot-ish with full boost. These are mistakes that you really can't have happen. Otherwise, they're gonna come back to bite you come playoffs. Blue Mars with a little bit of a miss there. Jessix now, he's trying to beat Chaka, but Chaka's going to remain strong. Blue Mars, he puts it on net. Professor Freak's going to take this out, and neither Penguins player with much boost. Freak will find some here. Blue Mars already on him. Freak keeps possession, but he doesn't have any boost. Jessix beats him. Chaka is getting harassed by Blue Mars. A pass, and it's just off the side of the post. Jessix has to take this back and grab boost for 2 more plays at best. Freak, he's going to try and slow this down in their corner. Just trying to go to match point this series. A good demo by Jessix, though. It's going to open things up. Blue Mars with a good clear. He's going to pick up 2-3 boost pads. Chaka with a good block, though. Jessix is up, and he can't get to it. If Freak scores this, the match is basically over. Or the game, excuse me, not the match. We've still got more Rocket League to play. And Blue Mars has 1 play at best to get this in net. Jessix, no boost. Touches this out mid, and Chaka's going to go kill it. Penguins take game 3 to put them on match point, but man, it was close. They cannot take a lounging seat for this last game, or potentially last game.
Yeah, and it's really sad how this game went, because if the Eagles weren't in this lobby, they would have won 100%. I think with the aggression that they had, making up for a couple goals there at the end, if they keep that up, I 100% think this will go to game 5.
Oh, absolutely.
If they can keep that up. I mean, with a score of 5-4, it's really close. It's definitely either way still, but with Penguins at match point, it's going to be a little scary for the Vipers, so they might be stuck on defense a little bit just because of not wanting to get scored on in this next game. I almost said last game.
Could be the last game. I don't think it will be, though. I think this series has the potential to go to game 5, and I think that potential will be realized as we go into this game 4 here. It is Chaka versus Jessix on kickoff. Goes into the Penguins side. Neither player is able to make contact off of that. Jessix now, he's the only one with boost on his team. Blue Mars picks him up, and he's on. Professor Freak, a fantastic touch, and the boost spawns on him. He's going to go again. Jessix is going to have the beat. Chaka now a little bit awkward. He sends that almost mid. Blue Mars with a touch. Freak almost putting that on net, but he keeps that out. And Chaka,
That
he's
was
gonna
so scary.
I thought
my.
he just cooked his own team. But hey, this is why he's on the field and I'm in the booth. He knows what he's doing.
I couldn't agree more. That was frightening. But great defense, I suppose, getting the pass to his teammate off his back wall. We're going to see Freak trying to clear this one out again. Jessix to the corner, not able to get another touch, though. He's going to stay on this one, try and get a flick. Can't quite, though. Gets a 50. Mars to his corner to Jessix. Pops over Freak. We are in a 1v1 scenario here. Doesn't get the flick he wants. Chaka's going to be able to pick that one up, but Mars is there for it. Tries to fake out Professor Freak, but he reads it perfectly. Blue Mars off of the corner. Chaka out to the midfield with an air dribble. Grabs that mid boost. Jessix grabbing his corner. Freak missing the demo, though. Chaka with not a lot of boost here. It can be scary. He does get the save, though, and he will clear it out. Jessix is back for this, though. This is quite an intense game going into game 4.
Absolutely. One mistake could cost it all from either team. And we've seen several opportunities for both teams to have good scoring chances. Chaka, he's going to put it on net, but he can't quite realize it. And Blue Mars racing in. He keeps that out of his net, and he keeps this game scoreless. And as I say that, Jessix with a little bit of a mechanical mishap on the wall. 0 boost, and he lets the floater in on accident. And it's going to happen, but you have 3 minutes left to score. And you do need to score. Don't forget that, Vipers. Looks like they're going to go with a back right kickoff. Jessix is going to go up. Tosses to backboard. Chaka, good coverage, but Freak, not very much boost to make it something happen on the defensive end. Blue Mars trying to keep boost control, but Freak, he's going to send this towards backboard of the Vipers. Jessix now, good demo. He's going to take this out and go take possession. A good flick up to Blue Mars, but Chaka, he's able to stuff that in the midfield. Freak is going to clang this towards the other side of the field. I thought he had more boost than that. I was thinking that could be something. Now Blue Mars, he has a good 50 in the midfield. He's going to look at taking this out of the corner. A pass to Jessix. both Penguins players diving on that. They do not want to give up this lead that they've acquired so far. Chaka has a good touch, but the shot is a little bit lacking. Freak's going to put this towards net. Both players bite on it. Freak's going to put this at net again. And unconventional defense. It keeps it out. Jessix, he's going to dive. He doesn't have any boost. Freak is also going to take this towards the net. And Blue Mars with a powerful clear to give the Vipers the time that they need. Man, that was a lot of stuff happening. Clover, what did you think of all that? Oh
no.
Oh, no.
Well, I think the Vipers are playing out of their mind, both teams as well. Penguins are doing amazing. But this is so stressful, and I'm a little stressed out. I'm not gonna lie. This game's insane, and it's really fun to watch. But we're gonna see Jessix and Chaka on this kickoff. Let's see here. Blue Mars going for his corner. Freak going for the shot. Blue Mars off of his corner, not able to get the redirect he wants though. Jessix will push this one back into his corner. Freak pushing it back towards the net. We're looking at a team 50. Ooh, so close, and that's a fake touch from Chaka to get it over Blue Mars. My goodness.
Yeah, the nerves are getting to Jessix a little bit. He's been jumping on some stuff that he doesn't need to in this game 3 so far.
Mm-hmm.
But
game 4.
It's with it. Oh, it's game 4. Excuse me. The scoreboard says 3-0. I blame that. But Blue Mars, he's gonna send it mid, and Jessix not able to get the touch. Blue Mars demos Freak, but Chaka, he's also there to put the ball in for 4-0. If the Vipers want any hope of winning this match, they have to make something happen quick.
And might I add, it looks like Chaka pre-flipped into that ball as well. Quite impressive. We're going to see Jessix go up the wall with this ball right off the kickoff. Not a whole lot of control, putting it downward. Does get a demo on Professor Freak, and that smoke screen will be enough to get over Chaka. That's a great play there. Not sure if the demo was on purpose, but still really good nonetheless.
If you're Jessix, you'll take that. They're on pace and then a little bit to bring us to an overtime in this game 4. Blue Mars, he's going to send this over for a kickoff goal. They now have a whole minute to get these 2 goals. And still, like the Vipers making up for inviting the Eagles to come play Rocket League with us tonight. And they're getting some good kickoffs here. As we're going to see another kickoff. Jessic's going to send this at net. Chaka taking no risks. He's just going to sit in net on that one. He wants this game to be over. But the Penguins back on offense. They're a little bit overextended. Blue Mars, he's on this. Chaka with a good 50, but Jessix, the nerves. I've seen Jessix play. We saw him 5 minutes ago. He was playing really well in those earlier games, and now he's making some misses that you can't be making this late in the series.
Yeah, and if I were to say, it's probably just being nervous, having the amount of time left as well. And it's looking like it is in the Penguins' favor. We're going to see a big 50 there, everyone in the midfield. Not a lot of boost, but Chaka will have 60 to try and get a goal here. Jessix clearing this one out to the corner. Everyone's looking like a little low on boost, and it's looking like game 4 will go to the Penguins, and they're going to try and put this one down. Great games from both teams. Very exciting, must I say. And that was so fun to cast as well.
It indeed was. We will see if we can get these guys in for an interview here. I have sent the notification out. They are agreeing. They will be here in just a little bit. But man, as we're looking at that last game, let me cut over to the stream overlay. That way I can see what is going on with the players. Chaka with the lucky 777 points. And the Penguins, they just had a lot of pressure this match. Chaka with 8 shots, and Speaking of Chaka, well, and Professor Freak, they're both here.
Good
Hello,
evening.
gentlemen. Great job in this match tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
And just to open up our questions here, your home field, you don't like it?
No, it's who wants to play on snowy maps, man?
I'll say Chaka has a strong opinion. I really don't care, but I like to make sure Chaka's happy when we play together.
Fair enough. Happy player is a scoring player.
It's only snowy maps, dude. I don't care about any other map, but when we gotta, it's like, why give us a snow? I get it because we're penguins.
We're gonna put you on Throwback Stadium next, okay?
I think we should be in the desert one. Just really make it off.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just
That's
so bright.
yeah, that can bad for the eyes in the dark room.
Yeah.
But that first game, tell me about it. Vipers really came out swinging there. And would you change going into game 2?
I mean, I think props to them. They came out, and we expected this because we beat them week 1, and we figured they would be gunning for us now that we had the rematch. So I think a lot of it was we just recognized we were giving them too much space, and you know, just a little bit of even just being like Chaka, you can go for more. I'll play more defensively. Um, just let Chaka score because when he starts scoring, opportunities open up for me to clean up.
Fair play to you for those changes there. And now I saw also you were going for a little bit of a cheeky demo in here or there in some of the games. Was there any like particular intent behind that, or was it more just, oh, there's a car, bang?
I mean, speaking for myself, if I see like a reasonable opportunity to demo, I'll go for it. And especially just to put them more on the back foot. I tried to demo a little bit more. I think we always look for it, but we don't necessarily like go out of our way to get demos.
Yeah, I can't
Uh,
say that I ever went for demos that game. I was just trying to
I
keep control of the ball pretty much.
yeah, I don't think you had any demos that match.
Yeah, it's all
I
freak.
think it was yeah, I think it was freak. Now Clover, do you have any questions for these gentlemen?
I gotta ask, was it as intense for you as it was for us going into that last 2 games?
I think at
Um,
points, I think legitimately we felt like we were the ones that were opening the door. Like we felt like we were making mistakes and that was letting them in. So it was just really focusing on us playing clean because we felt like when we played well, we were winning.
there's definitely some
Mhm.
some moments of intensity when, whenever you have like a double commit and it's kind of like, oh, our net's wide open. So, I mean,
And
yeah,
kickoffs.
but yeah, it's something about those kickoffs. We just keep losing them.
Mhm. I noticed that quite a few times throughout that game or those games, and it's all up to chance, honestly.
I
It's
mean,
kind of
fair
rough.
point. They had some really good kickoffs. Can't base it all on random numbers.
Mhm.
They were just 15 us.
Yeah, and their cheats were like just right on the ball as soon as
Yeah,
a ball would go center. So I think our defense is very solid, and we're able to hold off when one of us is back in a defensive situation. But yeah, kickoffs certainly put us on our back foot.
Absolutely, it can happen to the best of us. And before I give you guys the floor for a minute or two, I must congratulate you guys. You guys are 8-0 now in season, looking for an undefeated season save week 10. And
What team are we playing then, Lasagna?
you're playing my team then.
Oh, that's an easy dub, right?
But
who
yeah,
would you like to see on week 10?
I likely am not playing week 10. I believe that's going to be Burning and Savage week 10. So
know I heard you guys used up. We were expecting the rematch of the same lineups, so we were making sure we were saving Chaka and I for that rematch.
I
Now
believe,
we might figure out something else.
yeah, we'll figure out something. But as you're going into these last two, uh, as you're going into these last two matches, do you have anyone to like? How are you feeling about that? Do you have anyone to call out? Do you have anyone to shout out in the coming games?
I don't feel like we have anybody. I mean, I think the Colts, like, credit to them. I think their season is been improving since I think the first couple of games. So they're looking like a pretty dangerous team. And I mean, they took us to 5 games, so I don't think that's going to be a gimme. I don't think either of the next two matches will be easy. I would love though to go undefeated. I think for shout out, I just got to shout it out because he hasn't been shouted out. I got to give a shout out to Mage because he is actually was like pulling the strings before the season started and helped put our team together. So he's got to get some credit for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And with that, FDL community, that will be the end of our Saturday night. But don't count us out quite yet. We have a pretty solid Sunday for you guys. I believe it will be, unless anything changes, it will be me and Galloway all night. So you guys have something to look forward to or something to dread. For our 8 p.m. slot, we have the Origin, Unicorns, and Monkeys. For our 9 p.m. slot, we go up to the Elite, Huskies, and Penguins, and then back to the Origin, Vipers, Eagles. So some solid matches for tomorrow night, and stick around. See you guys tomorrow night.